Hello, my most radical squad members. Napkins here, and welcome to another queerly intimate vlog. Today we are going to be talking about anxiety and friendship and all that those two things interact with one another. So I did another Twitter poll and I asked you guys what you wanted me to talk about mental health wise, because I haven't done a mental health talk in a while and I really want to, because mental health is a big part of my life, mostly because I have none. So you guys voted that you wanted to hear my thoughts and experiences on mental health and how my anxiety affects my friendships and relationships. Ever since I got diagnosed with social anxiety, it's made a lot more sense to me about why I suddenly started getting really shy around strangers and why I suddenly started having a hard time even with current friendships. And the thing is that people don't realize that social anxiety doesn't only have to do with strangers, it can also have to do with the people that are already in your life. Like, I can't express how often anxiety has caused me to just push really close people away from me until they're just gone all of a sudden, and then I'm going, oh god, I have no friends. The thing about anxiety is that it's like having a really bad friend that you can't talk yourself out of not being friends with anymore, if that makes sense. It's like when you have that friend that you're not sure why you continue to be friends with them, because they're not the most supportive. They're always kind of giving little biting comments that rub you the wrong way, and they don't exactly lift your mood up, but for some reason you keep justifying keeping them around. Anxiety is that little voice on your shoulder that's constantly going, yeah, but are you sure you're good enough to do that? Are you sure that you're pretty enough to do that? Are you sure that they even want you around? And pretty soon you find yourself suddenly not wanting to bother your friends because, you know, your anxiety is going, you're being a nuisance, you're hanging out with them too much, you're texting them too much, no matter how often you're texting them. Or you might even be, you know, texting them and then immediately going, God, that was annoying as fuck. Anxiety is the worst because I can't tell you how often I've come out of conversations with my best friends, conversations that we've had, you know, countless times, and just conversations that we, like, I just feel amazing about in the moment, and then the second I'm gone, I obsess over these conversations in my head. I obsess over text conversations, I obsess over verbal conversations, I just, like, even, like, going out to, like, Disneyland with my friends, I obsessed over that day, like, the entire next day, because I was just, it's a constant battle to convince yourself that you're not a nuisance to everyone, including your friends. And anxiety is kind of just sitting there like, well, you know, I'll be your friend, I'll always be here with you, you can never get rid of me. But guess who you can get rid of? All of these people who you're pretty sure that you're the most annoying person in the world to. So then what ends up happening is that I only end up with my own anxiety, because my anxiety just, like, takes over my life and, like, eliminates all my friendships, and then all of a sudden I'm left being right because I've pushed all my friends away, and I was right, they didn't really want me around. Except that that's not how it works. It's I convince myself that my friends don't want to be friends with me because of these different reasons, but really it's my own fault. My mental illness takes things from me, and it sucks. You know, and then the worst part is that this stuff, you know, it translates over into, you know, romantic relationships, and it's even worse there. Like, I haven't been on a real date in a very long time because of this stuff, but it's one of those things where it's like, I know what I'm like, and I know that the second I start getting a good thing, I'll convince myself of every little thing that's wrong with it, and I'll convince myself of every reason that this person doesn't really want to be with me without them having to actually say that they don't want to be with me, and then I'll just decide for them that they don't want to be with me, and then I'll give them every excuse to leave until they do. But I don't stop myself because I feel like I can convince myself it's easier to push them away now than to have them hate me later and leave because of that. I have had several people tell me that I'm one of the only people that they hear openly talk about this stuff, even when I'm, you know, on my gaming channel, and they'll tell me that me talking about these things is really helpful because they like knowing that somebody else is going through the same thing. And, you know, I get that. I do. I don't take offense to that. I understand that feeling. And that's why I'm always happy to talk about this stuff in vlogs. That's why, because I feel like it's easier to know that somebody else is going through the same struggles as you and the way that they handle it. So, you know, I'm just gonna be honest, I'm still working through this stuff, you know. I see my own problems, and I'm hoping that I can not sabotage the relationships I have right now, because pretty much all of them I have tried to sabotage at one point, and all of them have come back and been pissed at me, but they've all been like, I'm not letting you get rid of me that easily. And those were the moments when I knew that those are the friends I need to hold on to really, really tightly. And they're not letting me go anytime soon, hopefully. But, you know, that's my anxiety not talking to me right now. So I'm sure by tomorrow I'll have convinced myself that they all hate me again. And then we'll start the cycle all over. But you know what? It's a cycle that I've been going through for years, and one day it's got to break, right? Yeah, that's kind of like my experience with anxiety and relationships and friendships and all of that stuff. And this is not everybody's experience. This is just mine. Hopefully, like, hearing this, maybe it'll help some people if they don't realize that, like, maybe they're dealing with that stuff, or they'll realize that they're dealing with things in an unhealthy way, and then they can address it. I personally have just started going to a new therapist, and he's going to help me with these sorts of things, so that's really awesome. I'm excited about it. But please feel free to talk to me. I'm always here as a person with anxiety that's ready to speak about these things, and I'm always ready to be your friend. You can always tweet at me, comment on my videos, any of those things. I am always open to talk about this stuff, because you know what? I get it. It sucks. It's not fun to go through alone, and you shouldn't have to. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and end this video now, otherwise I'll just keep rambling. So thank you guys so much for watching. I love you all so dearly, and I hope you have a wonderful day, and stay beautiful. Bye!